They say magic faded, that it vanished like breath on cold air. But that's not true. It didn't fade, it fractured. I remember the moment, not when it ended, but when it slipped sideways. A world no longer humming with memory, woven to the emotions of its people, whether that world was yours, mine, or somewhere in between. That matters less than what it left behind. There have been many versions of this tale. This is only one. The elder dragon stirred before its time, as it always does when the weave begins to rot. It was not ready, but the cycle does not wait for comfort. Beneath stone, frost, and forgotten myths, it felt the emptiness. It reached for magic and recoiled. Flames escaped its jaws before it could stop them. The cave had grown small. The world had grown smaller. Ice clung too tightly. The air stank of absence and ash. In better times, it would have risen with grace. Melted ice, stretched wings, exhaled life. But the scent that reached it was humans, it thought, with a weary plume of smoke. It does not hate them. The elder dragon sees all people as part of the balance. But humans, they forget. They replace, they chase stars and circuitry while magic starves. Gnomes and goblins may tinker, but still weave magic with devices. Even the warborn orcs and trolls rarely leave a world so hollow. Elves and dwarves, they weave magic into soil and stone, and the dragon rests longer. Still, there is mercy in ruin. Human cities crumble fast. Without nature-bound enchantments, there is little to unravel. And where there is ruin, nature can begin again, slowly, stubbornly. The elder dragon rose, cracking ice and stone with every breath. Its body strained through tunnels no longer shaped for it, but it knew what must come. The ice dragons would rise first, drawn by silence. They would freeze the world into stasis. So the elder summoned fire, not to rule, but to oppose. Fire dragons would clash with their frostbound kin atop scorched ridges, their flames creating time. Then, the Earth Mother would stir. Life would seed, nature would stretch its roots. The nature dragons would come next, called by growth. Others would follow, the light-bound to judge, the veil shadows to obscure, and the strange few who mirrored emotion itself, chaos-breathing, volatile, and never truly tame. Dragons are not kings, nor gods. They are rhythm, force, correction. And through the rumble of lay reawakening, the people will return. Elves will thread melody into root and stream, their druids guiding renewal as much as by memory as by will. Dwarves will return to their molten forges, their smiths invoking ancient blessings to bind metal and magic in mountain-deep vaults. Gnomes, ever curious, will sketch old formulas into new devices, while goblins will piece strange wonders from salvage and instinct. Orcs, those who had once reached for the stars, seeking conquest beyond even this world, would now march again through ravaged plains, gathering scattered clans beneath old banners. Rogues will rise among them, survivors with sharper minds than blades. Trolls will speak little, but dream much, rising from the mire to walk truths no one else remembers. And humans? Humans would be everywhere. As always, some would build, lead, and pray. Others would lie, adapt, and survive. Paladins would emerge to guard what flickered, clerics to heal it, sorcerers to twist or restore what was broken, and yes, some would walk forgotten paths, calling themselves outlaws, answering only to themselves. But not all stories are remembered so clearly. There are signs. Marbles turning in empty hands, colors that don't belong, laughter at what they speak, games they're told, festival relics. At least, that's what the high guilds in power would prefer you believe. They say they are just children's toys, fables spun for bards by wizardcraft. Or are they lenses, keys, memories from another timeline? Some even say angels are walking again. But not to serve, only to battle demons trying to re-enter this plane. Others speak of gods returning, or perhaps being reborn in new forms. Yet, some remember a world entirely different, a shattered history, a future that hasn't happened yet. This world, Mythvale, is not the first. It is not the last. It is this moment, strung between echoes and fractures. And if balance is not kept, if despair is not overcome by hope, then purgatory will spread. Not death, not destruction, just stillness. Memory without meaning, an emptiness where stories once bloomed. The Elder fears this more than ruin, for from nothing, even dragons cannot rebuild. So the cycle turns again, awakening, overreach, fracture, collapse, rebirth. Again and again, across timelines, across realms. Do you remember? Or will you? What role will you play this time?